You know, in the previous audio video, where I talked about the wrestling news that happened this week, of course I ended it with talking about the trolls, as I call it, as I see it, the middle school to high school, maybe first year college, trolls that are out there that basically, as Zelina Vega puts it, when it comes to them getting on the fact that Maxine Dupree is, just starting out and she's learning how to, on the job, how to compete and get better in the ring, especially at live events, which is the best solution outside of NXT and the Performance Center. As well as getting on Bianca Belair, being on one of the covers for WWE 2K24, I basically quoted and repeated what Zelina said, that a lot of these trolls are just upset that they can't get a taste of their bathwater, if you know what I mean. And I also talked about how some of these trolls out there take a lot of what the people here on on places like YouTube and on platforms like Rumble and Spotify and so on, how they take what they say out of context, or they manipulate and mince the words that people like Off the Scripts JD from NY206, the Off the Scripts Tuesday Night Titans Andrew Baydella, the Dynamite collab review that JD does with, Chi-Town Mark, Hill Jesse, the words they take from, Alex Hicks, just Alex of Alex's World, Salamonster sounds off, Good Mic Work commentaries, Greg Morgan, OTR Essentials, the Schleg Daddy, even Wrestling with Regrets, Brian Zane, and even Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp. They take a lot of what they say and report, and just give opinions on, and they manipulate that to what they want to hear. And it just shows how much of, trolls they are. It just shows how, snake-like, in the mentality they are. But it's not just with wrestling either. Like I've mentioned before, recently, as a month ago or so, I had something similar happen to me. I had somebody falsely strike me down on one of my videos, causing me to get a copyright strike because they claimed they were from the WB, and they weren't. And I fell for it. And how did I fall for it? By basically taking down what I would consider could be content that could get struck down, in a similar fashion, thus could hurt my channel. But fortunately, God told me to, basically, because I looked at the email and I'm thinking something about that ain't right. So I copied and pasted that, put it in the Google search bar, and found out that it's a false email, and that I'm not the only one that got hit by it. So I told Team YouTube on social media, and unfortunately, because I fell for it, I couldn't provide them with the video that I took down. But I did provide them with the email that, caused the takedown to happen, and hopefully they've taken care of it. Apparently, something similar happened recently to a couple of other people. It seems somebody got hit with a similar kind of email, maybe. Can't really say, but it sounds very, similar in how they described it. And then somebody else had their channel taken down due to a false copyright strike and all that as well. Thankfully, Team YouTube on social media, talked this over with them and was able to reinstate their channel, if not one of the videos. The other videos they couldn't do because they didn't have enough evidence. However, it seems that it's not just, it's not just, people like me, regular YouTubers like me, or people that use YouTube to make a living, if not a partial living, that get hit with it. It's also people like, those that, talk about wrestling on YouTube or other social media platforms. For example, I go back to OTRS's Off the Scripts JD. Apparently, he got struck with something because somebody decided, he owed him royalties or something. I don't know. It's just a strange mess. And JD is like, hey, YouTube, take care of this. This is a false claim. And the guy that struck him down is contacting him through the social media and basically rubbing it in his face. And you know what? I can tell you right now, and I believe JD knows this as well, the person he's dealing with is a troll. It is a troll. Because the way they describe, how they feel about JD or what they think JD is, you could tell it's a high schooler, middle schooler, first year college student troll who just is doing this for kicks and giggles. That's all they're doing it for. And it's shameful. It really is. It is very, very shameful that people, resort to this. They resort to basically, doing this kind of stuff just to get a laugh out of it at the expense and misery of others. And it's like I said in the previous video, I think it's mainly because they're jealous. They're jealous at the fact that someone like a JD has been given the God-given opportunity, to make a living, if not a partial living, out of what he does on platforms like YouTube. He is basically he's basically going out there and doing and taking what he grew up with, that he loves, that being professional wrestling, sports entertainment, WWE, and other wrestling promotions out there, and he's giving his honest, straight, shoot from the hip opinion on how he feels, about what he sees. And yet now he's getting struck down, or he's getting, struck for it. And falsely. He's getting falsely struck. But you know what? It's not just people like JD in the wrestling videos that get hit with this. There are people like Just Alex who also talks about wrestling that gets, things that they talk about minced around, manipulated, and they even get flagged sometimes with false strikes that they've had to resolve as well. And eventually, the truth comes out that the people that have, issued these strikes against them are, false claims. They're just, made up, emails, made up names that just do this because they're trolls. That's all they're doing it for. That's all they're doing it for, period. But it's not just them either. One of the people I like reading certain, NFSW stories, from the Cyborg Fox, that one Tales writer who I've done reviews of the stories on, on places like YouTube and Rumble and elsewhere. Recently, he's had to basically take a hiatus unexpectedly. In fact, he announced it today, I believe, or yesterday. He has to take a hiatus unexpectedly because somebody hacked his Discord. Because basically, the person that hacked the Discord is using it to send false messages claiming to be him, but it's not him. And it's like, what is going on here? You have to wonder. It's like, what is going on here? And again, I think it's nothing more than people that, just get shits and, get kicks and giggles out of what's going on. Look, I get sometimes, and I've talked about this before, I get sometimes people don't get, nor do they understand that people like me, people like Cyborg Fox, people like JD, people like Alex, Solomonster, Brian Zane, and so on, people like, Mega Beat Man and, and everybody else that loves the things they love, that they're fans of, that they want to talk about, they want to give their opinions about. I get it. Sometimes they don't understand that. And because they don't understand it, they have to criticize or troll on it. I get that. But there's that old saying that if you don't understand it, then don't pay attention to it. Just because you're bored with your life, bored with your job, doesn't mean you need to take out your frustrations or your boredom on those that are trying to just, make a living, if you will, a partial living with, talking about what they love to be fans of. You don't have to basically take your frustrations and angers out on people that, just want to share their own, hobby. Not their own hobby, but a shared hobby with other fans. You shouldn't take your anger and frustration and your boredom out on that, because that's ridiculous. That is pure dumb. But yet we live in a society where that happens now, and unfortunately, for places like YouTube, whether you like them or not, whether you like the changes or not to YouTube. Places like YouTube are a massive target for these things to happen at. they are a massive target for these trolls to utilize and be weaponized with to basically do this kind of stuff, because they don't care. All they care about is getting the rocks off on things that are lies, that are false claims. And it's shameful. And again, it's like, if you don't understand it, then why bother with it? I mean, what is the mentality? What is the mentality they have? What is it that, if they bully somebody or troll somebody so much, that person will be like, you know what, that troll was right. I need to be cool. I need to be over this stuff. This stuff's dumb. Is that what they want? Is that what they want? Huh? Because if it is, then just say it. Just say it. What else is it? Is it what? It's because YouTube is what? Is it because platforms like YouTube are not giving you what you want? They're not giving you the TNA, if you know what I mean. From women? Is that what it is? If that's the case, then just say it. Just say it. There's nobody stopping you. Just say it then. Or when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to someone like JD or Alex or Solomon, they're talking about wrestling, is it because you feel like they take it too seriously and they should just enjoy it for what it is? Then just say it. Just say it. And what's funny? There is those that actually have the guts to do that. Whether JD or Solomon or Alex or any of them agree with it, there are people that, respect to them, have the guts to do that. They do have the guts to say, hey, just sit back and enjoy it. Don't complain all the time. Just talk about the positives, not the negatives. Sorry about that, but like I said, it's like, you see these people actually go out there and they say that, and much respect to them. For them going out and saying, hey, just sit back and enjoy it. And you know what? As crazy as it sounds, they actually respect that. They may not agree with it, but they respect it. That these people have the guts to do that. But then again, you have people, like I said, like this person that's going after JD, that just do it for, kicks and giggles. That's it, for kicks and giggles. That's it. To them, it's like, well, if I can make JD miserable, that's going to be great. Be plus for my day. No, it's not. And here's what's crazy too. It's like, and this especially with any fandom, you're going to have trolls like this. You're going to have people like this. It's like you're either one side or the other, right? And it's like I mentioned in my previous video. It's like you're either pro WWE or you're pro AEW. You can't be both. And it's like, what is this person trying to do? Is that part of this person's issue against JD? It's like, you have to choose one. You are either pro WWE or you're pro AEW. What's it going to be? Is that the issue? I mean, what do people like him want him to do? Want JD to do? What do they want him to do? Come out and say, you know what? Welcome to Off the Script. I got a major announcement. I am all AEW from now on in. Is that what they want? Because that's not who he is. He's a wrestling fan in general. Is that what they want Alex to do? Is that what they want Solomon to do? That's what they want. They want people like me to do? No, we're not going to do that. But yet, they get a kick out of doing this kind of stuff, because to them it's like, hey, we make their day worse, it'll make our day great. And all it's going to do basically is get you in a lot of trouble. I mean, you know what's laughable about this? He's threatening to take JD to court. He's threatening to take him to court, threatening to sue him. And why? Because of what? Because of music or whatever? Apparently, this thing has to do with the red sky theme he uses at the beginning of his videos. Or his red sky theme, or whatever it is. Oh my God, I knew you. Sorry for that interruption again, but like I said, it's like, this guy, what's laughable is this guy's trying to take him to court, and it's over the red sky theme he uses at the beginning of his videos, his live streams. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious? You know what the judge will say? The judge will say, you know what he'll say? He'll favor JD. He says, well, he has this proof here. It's all, in his right, that he could do this. Is that what he's doing? is that what this guy's gonna do? Take him to court and then get the result he doesn't want? It's like, are you serious? Are you effing serious? Because it sounds like this guy is because again, to me, this guy sounds like he's a troll. That's what it is. He sounds like he's a troll that just doesn't understand why JD is unbiased, why he's a overall fan like everybody else. I don't get it. Because again, you look at what JD put on his Twitter account, you see what he's talking about, and you'll see exactly why I believe this is the case. I mean, if this guy wasn't a troll, why is he rubbing it, trying to rub it in JD's face? That's what I want to know. I'm just saying. But yeah, we are in a situation now, folks, to where it doesn't matter like what platform you're on. You're going to deal with this. And the bigger the platform you are, the bigger the target you are. That is why I'm surprised when I kind of look around at Rumble. I'm surprised there are some notable names there. Maybe not major names, but names that I know, are basically, pretty much pretty big or semi-big on YouTube. Like Side Scrollers is over there, Yellow Flash is over there, Clownfish is over there, Vizzy Pop's over there. And this is why I think people like JD and Alex and Solomonster and Cinemassacre and Channel Awesome, they should go over there too. That way they have an outlet to where not only can they make some money right away, if you will, but also the fact that they don't have to worry about Rumble being such a massive target like YouTube. I mean, this is why people go with a BitChute as well, because it's not a huge target like YouTube. I look at the positives though. I look at the fact that at least Team YouTube in the YouTube creators team are looking into this, and they're realizing, yeah, we need to fix this. We need to take care of this, or else we're going to lose a lot of content creators to other platforms. And they will. They'll lose people to Rumble. They'll lose people to BitChute. They'll lose people to VENMO. They'll lose people to Twitch. They'll lose a lot of people. They'll lose a lot of the major names. And they don't want that. They do not want that. They'll lose them to Odyssey. I think that's a new one. So they don't want that. And so they're doing what they can to crack down on this. They're doing what they can to crack down on this. But I think what it is really, at the end of the day, I think what it really is just a bunch of people that don't understand why we're fans about certain things. They don't. And if they don't understand it, they're just going to make a troll job out of it, trying to berate others like me, you, JD, Alex, the Cyborg Fox, Cinemassacre. They're going to troll us because they don't understand it, or else they're jealous. Because I think that's what it is at the end of the day. It's jealousy of not understanding one thing, or not getting why others are able to do certain things that God has given them the gifts to do with. I think that's what it is at the end of the day. I really do. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Comment down below. Live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Well, live chat during the premiere if you're on YouTube. But like the video. Comment below. Give me your thoughts. And if you are on Rumble and you do want to help support me, you got the okay to do so. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are, guys. And until next time, I am out.